Hey, we're with Jen Kelly. She is known as the Egg Lady. So how long have you been known as the Egg Lady?
Wow, going on 30 years now.
How did that happen?
And that's something. I guess I was at the right place at the right time, working for these fabulous egg farmers across the state.
Great. Well, let's make some eggs. How about that?
Let's do. We start out with a 10-inch skillet.
Okay.
We use sloping siding pans for the recipe. Here's the magic recipe.
Okay.
2 eggs and 2 tablespoons of water. So I start out with a little margarine, just to give the pan a little bit of flavor. And
now, is margarine, like this liquid margarine, is that preferable to butter, or does it matter? Or
well, we cook omelets on high heat. So if you put butter in a high heat pan, it's going to burn pretty quick.
Okay.
So that's why I use margarine. If you use scrambled eggs on lower heat, then you can use margarine, and you can put milk in the eggs and all that because you cook on a lower heat. But you're going to see right now how hot this pan is. That water in the eggs is evaporating out, which makes it light and fluffy.
Okay.
And you don't just let it sit there or toughen like leather underneath. You have to move that egg around. So we call it make a hole and fill it. And so you just make space and tilt the pan back where the egg runs to that hole and cooks on those sloping siding pan.
So what would be the one mistake that you see people make most often when they're trying to make eggs at home?
They let it sit there and look at it and don't move it around, or they hold the egg up like that. Well, that blocks the egg from running down. So that's an excellent question. And now that it's shiny on top, it's time to fill it. That cooks that quickly because it's continuing to cook while you're filling it. I start with some cheese where it can melt and get gooey and lovely on there.
That's always the best way.
And I like hot pepper jack cheese. This is sharp cheese today. And here we've got some smoked ham, but you can use bacon or sausage or anything that's already pre-cooked because it cooks so quickly you don't want to put anything raw in there.
Now, is there any difference between white and brown eggs or any of the, because you see all kinds of different eggs. Is there a difference in cooking them or taste? Or,
That's a great question. Most often asked question, and there is absolutely no difference whatsoever in flavor, taste, nutrition. It's all the same. It's just the breed of the chicken. Some people even say, oh, people Clorox those eggs to make them white. No, it's the breed of the chicken. So upside down, and you've got
Look
your
how quick that is.
40-second omelet.
I'll ask you one last question. So some people choose to cook with egg whites. Do you change what you do if you're using egg whites as opposed to an entire egg, or is it pretty much exactly the same?
It's exactly the same, really, because they all cook the same. It's just nutritionally, whites have just the protein in them.
Right.
The whole egg has 13 essential nutrients and vitamins and minerals and choline that helps your memory and lutein that helps your eyes.
Wow.
So it's so many more nutrients in the yolk. So you really ought to include some of those in your diet. And eggs, of course, are gluten-free, sugar-free, and the highest quality protein of any food you can eat.
All right. Well, thanks, Jen. She is the Egg Lady. I'm going to go enjoy my omelet now.
Enjoy morning, noon, and night.
Thank you.
Thank you.